All right, got the here, got the Gold's Gym X Young LA hoodie on. Definitely one of my favorite hoodies that I own now. But goal of today: heavy squats, a little bit of hamstrings at the end, smash quads, keep it to 6 sets, probably. We'll probably do about 2 sets of quads, or 2 sets of heavy squats, maybe 3, and another 4 to 3 to 4 sets of leg extensions, and that'll be the quad workout for today. Yeah. Also, just because I watched a Jeff Nippard video. By the way, this has nothing to do with taking his advice, because his advice is pretty terrible. At least his most recent video was just absolute stinky dog crap. Like, it was more like, I mean, it was bull crap, but like, that's such a like common term. It's like a big stinky elephant crap. It was just, his most recent video was just terrible. I mean, even a baby would understand that what he's saying is just big stinky elephant crap. So, either way, point is, watching a Jeff Nippard video, where he analyzed every single one of Sam Sulek's workouts that he's ever posted, and he made a compilation of like the whatchamacallits, not a compilation, like he made like a graph, pie chart of like what he trains the most. And either way, the point being, I do not record every single one of my workouts, especially the football workouts. But I don't record every single one of my workouts, so it usually ends up going in kind of a cycle where, you know, I'll mainly, I record most chest days and most leg days now, but it'll usually cycle between recording back and arms and chest, or like it'll kind of cycle, like, so like I could go like a month of like barely recording my leg training, and that would be, you know, like pretty usual for me, of just not recording my leg training. But usually this is how the split goes when I'm not doing football lifting. So Monday is my Monday's my chest, no, or okay, Monday's my light squats, light deadlift day. That's my speed recovery day. Tuesday is my chest day. Wednesday is either back or arms, and Thursday is the other one that I didn't hit that day. And then Friday's heavy deadlifts, basically only heavy deadlifts. And then Saturday being another chest day, or kind of whatever I feel like training. So and sometimes I'll swap out, like I'll usually hit chest on Saturday, but sometimes, like, if I don't hit chest that Tuesday, I'll hit it Thursday, right before the deadlift session, and vice versa. So the back and arm days are just swapped with the chest day. So but yeah, unfortunately now with the football split, I can't run my normal powerlifting split, which is legs 3 days a week and upper body 4 days or 3 days a week, because I rest Sunday. So now I'm hitting heavy squats on Sunday, heavy squats / quads Sunday. Monday football lifting, which Monday's like a it's bench press, walking lunges, an assortment of plyos, and we start with the 10-yard fly. We start all our football workouts with plyos and speed work. And I'm forgetting the other exercise we do. Trap bar jumps. So it's kind of like Monday's like a full body day. Wednesday's like an explosivity day. So that day is, you know, the day that we're hitting like the cleans, push press, and the partner med ball toss. And obviously there's supersets and the plyos and everything else. And then that Thursday is usually like the quote unquote real leg day, where we do front squat and deadlift. And next week we're transitioning into back squat. So unfortunately, my body may disintegrate because heavy back squat and heavy deadlifts in the same day, you're just asking for an injury. Like, I know I sound like an old person, but ever since I've started training for powerlifting, like, people who say you can lift 2 compound lifts, 2 like opposite, really, I guess it's still legs, but 2 opposite compound lifts in the same workout and have even intensity and have the intensity be as high as it needs to be, they're liars. Because actually they're part liars or part truthers, depending on how you want to see it. Sure, you can train like that for maybe 3 weeks, and then there goes your back. It poops itself. Your spine decides to poop itself. You tear a callus off. Your rotator cuff gets twinged. You know, you get a hip injury. Your knees start burning with the pain of 1,000 David Goggins knees. I don't know. Either way, the point being, if you're going heavy and you're going hard, if you're going heavy, hard, and you're really pumping, if you know what I mean, you cannot do 2 compound lifts that are the opposite spectrum and get the same intensity for both and have the intensity be good for weeks on end and not get injured. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna ask if I can switch the deadlifts to Wednesday. That way I can do heavy deadlifts and then heavy squats. I think it's pretty fair. But we're gonna get warmed up for squats, and hopefully have a nasty ass leg day. 445 on squat. That's what it's about. That's what it is about. Man, I have worked so hard for this. Not even that 445 is like an insane PR, but like, man, I wanted to get my squat up so bad. And well, look at me now. My squat is up. So that's pretty fucking sick, if I do say so myself. Unfortunately got finals to study for, but I'm gonna try to get this edited and posted as soon as I get home, basically. And yeah, leg pump was sick too. And there were a lot of the seniors from my freshman year there, so it made, you know, getting hyped for the PR attempt a little bit easier, because who wants to fail a PR in front of those guys that, you know, were like basically, you know, like celebrities at your school, you know? Who wants to do that? Not that I care about their opinions or anything, but some of them are pretty chill dudes. Like I really like talking to some of those dudes. And this one dude that I haven't seen, actually, you know, you guys know him from the collab video that I did with him for the summer. He got like massive. Like, I was looking at him and I was like, is that him? I mean, he's on YouTube, so I'll say his name. Is that Nolan? Is that Nolan Morse? I was like, holy shit. Like, what happened? Like, this dude was already like, he was pretty big to start off with. Like, nothing crazy. Like we're not talking like Sam Sulek, but he was a pretty big dude. And then I was thinking, you know, during summer, like, damn, I'd be lucky to have his physique if I cut down, you know? And then I pull up like 4 months later, after not talking to him or seeing him in 4 months, and dude's just chilling at the gym, and he is fucking ripped. I'll bleep out all this cussing, sorry. Dude is ripped, and he's like, I don't know, maybe, I didn't, like, he didn't take his shirt off or anything, but like, just by the size of his arms, not even like, I mean, he looked bigger in general, but his arms got like, probably like, I mean, if I had to guess, maybe like 2 or 3 inches bigger, probably. Like, by the way, if you're watching this, dude, good work, man. You might have to put me on to whatever you did, because, like, I know it's been a long time since summer, and since we worked out together, but man, like, you just completely, like, blew my mind. I didn't know someone who was, like, you know, kind of deeper into lifting could just make such a big transformation. And, like, dude, if you're watching this, dude, congrats, man. Like, that's something you should be proud of. But either way, got to talk to another one of the dudes that was like, I mean, like, obviously he's a college student, so like, it's not like we're friends or anything, but like, you know, he was freshman year, he was like kind of like the leader of our little goon group that we had in conditioning, in first hour conditioning. Like, we did all sorts of crazy stuff. I'll have to come out with like a story time sometime about this, because I've got so many good stories from that class. First hour conditioning my freshman year with this guy. But the guy's awesome. Really funny, really knowledgeable about really anything. Like, he's a smart dude, but like, also he's a college track athlete, like a legit college track athlete at like a decent school. And like, dude is like big too. Like, you think of a track athlete and, you know, maybe they got a little bit more muscle on them than like the average Joe, but like, this guy is like, and he's not like bulky or anything, he's not fat, but like, he's shredded, and then he's like big. He's decent size too, you know? Like, He's not he's not your typical track athlete, and he's fast too. Like, he holds like every event that he competed in at our school. He holds all of the school records for, and he's a demon at his college too. Like, he's an absolute beast. So, it's just kind of crazy to see, like, you know, the types of people that you just don't expect to like actually be like, you know, like freaking massive, and like, you know, you don't see them in a long time or whatever, or like, and like they you know, they're big, or like, you know, the guy that's like, you know, he's a college track athlete running like insane times, and he's like also like big, like he's a jacked dude. So yeah, but I will sit here and talk for a little bit. Squat PR of 445. Again, we're talking about it again. It was sick. Oh my goodness. Brutal though. Like, that was definitely like my exact max right there, 445. But yeah, anyways, after my workout, said my goodbyes and everything to all the people up on the gym floor, and then I went down, and all my buddies were like, because they think it's crazy that I can like touch rim, and like, just so you know, here's my stats real quick. 345 bench, 445 squat, probably 445 deadlift too. A 134 10-yard sprint, and I can touch rim at 6 feet, which would make my vertical like not that much, actually, I don't think. Because how tall is a rim? It's like 10 feet, maybe, something like that. Let's say it's 10 feet, and my arms are like, you know, 2.5 feet. So my vertical is maybe like, so what is that? That's maybe 1.5 feet. So it's not really that good. Maybe 18-inch vertical. But, you know, at 240, that's decent. Where I shine is like my top end speed. I'm one of the okay, so when I say one of the faster guys on the team, I just mean like above the 50th percentile or whatever. But like, my top speed is up there. I'm in like the top half of the football team for my top speed, or at least I was when we first started training, or when we first started timing our speeds. I'm probably a little bit higher up now, because I started out with like a 1.5 something, 1.53 maybe, and then got it down to a 1.34 10-yard sprint. That's pretty good. But yeah, 445 squat. Man, these numbers, oh my goodness, these numbers are looking so good right now. I cannot say like how happy I am. But either way, pretty sick Christmas present. Early Christmas present. I wanted 450 and I got 450. So we'll see. Maybe I can hit 350 on bench by Christmas too. That'd be pretty sick too. But I do got to get inside and shower up. No cardio today. Try to do a max of an hour per week when I'm on the bulk. Just something to keep me in shape, and you know, I mean, I'm fat now, but like, keep me from like gaining too much face fat, you know. I feel like it's also because I had maybe bad posture. Also, this is like not mewing right here. I'm kidding, but this is just not mewing, then that's mewing. It's like, this is just kind of sitting here, and you can see like that little plate there retracts up. It's a little weird, but what other 240 6 foot, 16-year-old, 6 foot, 2009. Because when I say 16, everyone's like, oh, he's probably just turning, like he's probably about to turn 17. But no, like I'm barely 16. I've been 16 for like 4 months. I've been 16 for about 4 months now. So I basically just turned 16. And so yeah, what other 6 foot, 2009, 240-pound dude is running a 134 touching rim, squatting 445, and benching 345? I'd venture to say it's less than 10 in the world. Maybe it's a little ambiguous, but I'd put myself up there. If I had to go compete on the world stage, if I was given the choice, do I think I'm good enough to go compete on the world stage for like craziest 16-year-old, natural 16-year-old? I'd at least sign up, because I do think I'm at least the top 50 in the world of my my age, my exact age. Like I'll be like give or take a month, but like I'm not just talking 16, like I'm talking June to September 2009, 2009 people who are also 6 foot, because like sure, you're 5'2" and you weigh 150 pounds, so that means you're jacked, or that means you look jacked. So sure, your physique might look cool, but I'm 6 foot, buddy.